So I just wanted to put a little disclaimer here. This video will be me going over the different roleplay simulation HUDs. I will not be going too in depth on any of these HUDs because there are so many, but I wanted to give that little warning. I will be going over the prices and I will be putting a description. I will be putting landmarks and website links in the description. And maybe later on down the line, I'll be doing follow-up videos for each of these individually as their own video. Also, I'm not getting paid to talk about any of these. These are just simply me showing you what's out there. That is all. I realized when I was recording this, I didn't really say that's what I was doing clearly. So I figured I would just, go back and give that little disclaimer. And like I said, I'm not getting paid to do any of this, which is why I'm not really going to this like Sims themselves and doing all the extra stuff, because whenever I buy these HUDs, it's my own money I'm spending. Anyway, enjoy the video. Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. I know it has been a while, but actually it's really only been like a week. We've had a house guest and I have not been able to record because I feel weird about recording or streaming with other people in the house. I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I'm so shy. It is what it is. Anyway, so I really didn't know what I was going to be recording until like 5 seconds before I started recording. But here we are now. As you can see from the title of this video, for a while I've been saying I wanted to do a series about the different roleplay HUDs you can play with, and we're gonna start it off talking about the simulation type of HUDs. Sort of think about Sims, but in Second Life. And the first one I'm going to show you is one that I already own. If you're not new to my channel, I've done cooking videos and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go too in detail, but I will link below a playlist of my Beyou cooking videos if you want to see more of that. And I will put on the HUD just to show you really quickly. Then I'm going to move on to the next one. HUD. Add. Okay, there it is. So that is the Beyou HUD. It's currently resing in. It's taking its sweet, sweet time. So as you can see, there's mana, wellness, energy, hygiene, mood, reputation, and social. And my hygiene isn't that great, but I don't have my bathroom set up, but I'm really only pulling this out long enough to explain it to you. And then you can also do this and it'll show you this in percentages, or if you also don't want to take up all that screen. And I'm just going to do that. And then you can also click on the profile and then it'll take you to the website and you have to just click go to. And then this other little thing you can toggle, and it's an option to resize it. There's also an option to close, a redelivery, reset, and update. LEP. Oh, yes, LEP. That one isn't really self-explanatory, but that one, it's like the level up thing. So let's say I'm at like level 5, and then this is how far in level 5 I am, where this little last one is. And then so let's say this one gets to 100%, and then it's going to be level 6. I don't know what LEP stands for. I cannot remember off the top of my head. As you can see, I was not prepared for this video. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one off, and then I'm going to go into the next HUD I'm going to be talking about is the Eden HUD. So the Eden HUD is about, I have notes on this. Let me pull up my notes. I believe the Eden HUD is about 275 linden or something like that. It costs money. I know that for sure. It's not free like the Beyou HUD, but yeah, so the Beyou HUD is free, but you still have to pay for the add-ons. And it's very like costly. If you've seen any of like my shopping videos or live streams and stuff like that, then yeah, it can add up for sure. And I'm looking for my notes now. Okay, anyway, so I cannot find the notes, but it is not free. I know that absolutely for sure. When I'm editing this video, I'll go back and look at the price and then I'll insert the price here for the Eden HUD. There is a male, female, there's two different HUDs. There's a male and a female, and then I also think there's like a kids one. But the people who create Eden, the roleplay HUD, they also make the funsies, which is a baby HUD. The baby is the object; it's not an actual roleplay character. So, yeah, think about like Zuby. If you know what Zuby is, that's kind of what funsies is like. So moving on. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me put the actual HUD on. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff in this. This one has sort of the same basic things like the hygiene and the food and the life and stuff like that. And then this one has like the doctor stuff you can do. You have your female, like you can be pregnant in this. You can have a period. Um, there's a lot of stuff. I have not played with this a lot. La 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 la. I've not played with this much, mostly because I really don't want to buy a bunch of stuff for it. I've already owned a lot of BU items, which are expensive, and I just really don't want to buy a whole other set of roleplay stuff just for these videos. So yeah, I'll insert the price for the Eden HUD, and I'll be sure to add landmarks for all the different HUDs that I mentioned, like their main sims. I'll add those landmarks down below in the description. Words are just so great right now. Anyway, so now as far as the whole funsies and Zuby thing, I'll make that into like a separate video because even though those are sort of simulation HUDs and like gameplay, it's a little different. So I feel like I should add some honorable mentions before I get to my next set of simulation HUDs. I don't know if any of you remember this, but there used to be this HUD named Life 2. I used to play with Life 2 a lot. Like, I was so mad when they disappeared because I bought so much crap and I'd farm and I'd cook. And it's still to this day, like, if Life 2 reappeared, I would absolutely drop BU and go back to Life 2. Just being 100% honest. Anyway. So Life 2 was really, really popular and they were like hacked or something. And then so they just disappeared and they're trying to bring it back. Somebody's trying to bring it back. But, they basically have to recreate it from the ground up, which is, it's a lot of work. So, yeah. There's also used to be this one called Lifestyle. I don't know if it's around anymore. Let me see. All right. So everything's not fully rezzed in. However, I got things I got to do, so we're just going to go ahead and go with it. Anyway, so I went to their sim and it's no longer there. And then I tried to do an actual search for Lifestyle HUD and it popped up on the search engine and then I clicked it and it was the same place that was, no longer there. So it's no longer around. The group is still up, but there's less than 300 people in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that one's no longer around anymore. So it's still an honorable mention. And let's see. Now we're going to go to the next set. So we have DFS. I believe I have a HUD for that. Yes, there we go. Oops, nope. There it is. So DFS is also free. And out of, wait, no. I was thinking about Zeolife. Sorry. DFS. If there's a cost for it, I will look it up and then I'll insert it on the screen here. However, I really don't remember how much it costs. I've been planning to do this video or this series, if you will, for a long time, like months, and I kept putting it off and kept putting it off, and I wanted to do all these things for it, but that would have made the videos too long. So we're gonna do it like this. And this is taking so long to resin. Oh my goodness. Why is this taking so long? Okay, there we go. Finally. So the DFS HUD is, it's different. It's sort of still like Sims and Second Life, but it's not. Why does my window look like that? Whatever. But it's not as detailed. Okay, it's different from Beyou. I shouldn't say it's not a detailed, but it's different from like Beyou or Eden or any of those other ones. Uh, Through their HUD, it's how you craft stuff, it's how you cook stuff. Like with Eden, there's a kitchen set. With BU, there's a kitchen set. Both of those systems also have bathrooms and furniture and stuff like that. But DFS does not have like a kitchen like you see here. You do the cooking and stuff from your HUD, which, you know what? It cuts back on having to buy really, really expensive furniture. So, win win. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Also, they don't have like hygiene and stuff like that. A lot of DFS is really popular for the gardening, I believe, which View also has. Not gardening, there's a word for it, and for some reason my mind is just at a complete blank. Anyway, so yes, it has the farming stuff. It has cooking sort of. It just doesn't have a lot of the other stuff, but that's okay. Different things are made for different types of role players. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off, and let's see. Last but not least, we're gonna look at Zeal Life. And again, I will leave a link below in the description with landmarks, or you know what? Down below in the description, I will leave landmarks to each and every one of these Sims where you can find them to play with: the Eden, the Zeal Life, the BU, the DFS. And again, maybe in the future I'll do more in-depth looks at each of these systems, but I really just wanted people to know all the options out there. Also, one that just came to my mind was this one called Really Needy, but I'll talk about that after I talk about the Zeal Life. So Zeal Life is probably the least inexpensive roleplay HUD. I've not really played with Really Needy yet, but Zeal Life has been around for a while now. And let me put on the HUD. I should have one. There it is. Also, I believe they just started introducing like farming and stuff. It's very slow. Like they only have a few things out that you can grow and stuff, but they're getting there. I don't know if they plan on adding cooking. Like you can eat, as you can see, there's food, water, energy, health, hygiene, continence, cheer, and experience. So they have food you can buy, and then a lot of it is very script based. So you can buy scripts and then you can keep reusing those scripts. So you don't have to keep like buying new food over and over and over again, like spending all that money. It's a good way to save money. It's fun. You can also do it with role play. So, and it has all these things, food, water, energy, health, hygiene, continence, cheer, experience, basically all your role play needs right there. It's inexpensive. I've not used it a lot, but I like to keep it as an option if I ever get tired of spending all this freaking money with BU. No shade. Again, I mad respect to all of these people that created all of these different items. I don't have anything that I absolutely hate or absolutely won't use, blah, blah, blah. But I personally use BU because I like to play with the cooking set. However, I almost did a cooking video today, but I really don't want to spend the money right now. So if there's a period in time where I'm not making cooking videos, that's why, because I just don't want to spend the money. Anyway. But again, this is not like a versus thing. This HUD versus that HUD. This is just me giving my honest opinion on these different items. I have the experience with the one HUD. I've not used any of these other HUDs much because I really don't want to buy multiple sets of roleplay items when I've already invested so much of my money in one. So yes, Zeolife is probably the least expensive out of all of these. And again, I know I've said this multiple times, but I'll mention it one more time. I will leave a landmark down below because they do have an actual sim that you can go to as well. They have groups and stuff like that, and I'll leave that information below. Anyway, so on to the last one. So the last one is really needy. So the really needy HUD, it's newer. It's not been around as long as some of the other ones. So therefore, it doesn't have as big of a user base as some of the other HUDs. Okay, so I just remembered I did not buy the HUD, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it really quickly. It's one you have to get from the marketplace. So I will leave a link to it in the description below. I don't think they have a HUD, actual store yet in world. Okay, so I don't know a lot about this HUD. It is 289 London, and I know that off the top of my head because I'm looking at it right now. And this has a lot of information. Okay, so firstly, there's hunger, thirst, energy, health, hygiene, toilet, and procreation. So you can eat, drink, rest, shower, use the toilet as frequency. At a frequency you can set. Reading is just oof, wow. Okay, so you can customize your own emotes. You can switch from male to female. Wow, there's a lot of this. There's a pregnancy button. You know what? Actually, I have to might need to check it out. So there's a website. Let me go ahead and check out the website. Because this might replace all of my HUDs. You know what? I literally just said I didn't want to get into another thing. Oh, there's an in-world store. Is it still set in one? Okay, there's a promotion. I'm going to see if this promotion is still set up. And then I'm going to tell you all about it, if it's still going. Okay, so I just went to the Really Needy store, and so here's something really cool. They're having a promotion right now. If you go to their store in world, okay, so on the marketplace it costs 289 linden, but in world it costs 1 linden, which I think is really cool. So if you want to check out this HUD and you don't want to spend a lot of linden, 1 linden, it's almost free. I'm just saying. No, they're not paying me to say this. None of these HUDs are. This is something I'm just doing because I want everybody to know all of their options. There's so many HUDs in world right now. And with the Really Needy, they have adult options. You can there's so much. So much. Apparently they have like the pregnancy thing. Apparently there's like a health and fitness meter. There's so much to this. However, I don't know how much all of the add-ons are. Like, they have different add-ons, and these add-ons aren't as much as some of the other HUDs right now, but it is newer. So just keep that in mind. You're always going to be spending money whenever you start over with a new HUD. Just, you're going to be spending money regardless with all of these. I just wanted to put that out there. So I've never actually seen their HUD before. Let me put on the actual HUD, and it looks like they give you a HUD and it's on the wrong side of the screen. Y'all cannot see it. Let me put it over here. Edit. Damn. Okay, there we go. It's still rezzing in, so just, keep that in mind. Okay, good. Y'all can see it. Awesome. Okay, so it's still rezzing in. I've never actually seen this HUD before. So we're experiencing this together. So I'm looking at the inventory, and this is everything they give you. They give you the HUD. Looks like they give you some juice. They give you a banana for food, I guess. So they actually give you stuff to get you started. They give you berry juice, green juice, orange juice, and some bananas. So they give you food. They're not just, leaving you hanging, which is cool. So I could see the, I guess, female and male option. The female looks like she's pregnant. There's a shower, bathroom. Wow. Okay, so is this supposed to be just green like this? It's probably still resin. Um, and then if you click on any of this, it looks like in the local chat, it'll tell you what percentage everything is at. So, okay, so if you press this little pregnant looking lady, you can turn your pregnancy on or off. And what is this? Is this to be a dude or okay, is this there? I was trying to figure out if I clicked it what it would do, but it doesn't do anything. Anyway. This is not resin. Is it supposed to look like this? Is there a picture? User guide. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to insert a picture here from the website, but I'll also link the website below. Whatever information I can find from these different HUDs. So basically, as you can see from the picture, I eventually will insert this green, it represents all of these different items. And then let's say the toilet or the high continents was 50%. This area right here where this toilet is, this would be halfway. And then let's say the shower, maybe we're at 100%. So this shower area could be way up here, but this toilet could be way back here. All of these are different bars. I would have never figured that out had I not came to look this up. That was a little confusing. Maybe they should have did them as like different colors or something. But I thought I would just put that out there. But again, this HUD is a lot newer than all of the other systems, and they likely wanted to stand out from everyone else instead of making their HUD look like everyone else's, which makes sense because they're not everyone else's. Even though a lot of these HUDs are very similar, at the same time, they're their own thing. So those are all of the ones that I know of that are active. If you know of any that I've not mentioned here for whatever reason, please leave a comment down below. And if you want to see an in-depth video on each and every one of these, then let me know. And then I can start doing more like in-depth talking about how much everything costs, the specifics of what each and every one of these do, all of that. And again, I will leave the landmarks and the websites, if I can find everything for all of them, down below in the description. I advise you to really do your research on the costs and everything on all of these different HUDs, because it can be very pricey. It's not cheap to have these kinds of hobbies in Second Life. The next type of video I'm going to do will be the one on the baby simulation HUDs type of situation. I don't really know what to call them specifically, but for that video, those types of HUDs, or you know what, they're actually very, very different. I almost said they're sort of like this, but they're very, very different. And it can be just as costly. It can be just as costly as all of these other simulation HUDs. Very, very expensive. So just keep that in mind. And I don't know when I'm going to be putting that out, but just like this one, I will likely do it where I'll talk about the different ones you can find in World, and then maybe I'll do a follow-up series talking about them individually and with the cost and everything. So if that's something you would be interested in, seeing like breakdown videos of each and every one of these HUDs that I talk about, let me know. Let's have a discussion about it. I can go over the costs and of all the furniture items you might find and all the different things you can do specifically, and maybe even try it out and show you. But those types of videos will be very, very, very expensive for me to do. So just, we'll see. Because all of these HUDs tend to be very costly. Maybe not Zeal Life. That won't really cost me that much. But BU, Eden, DFS, like literally all the rest of them for sure will be expensive. Thank you for coming to hang out with me, everyone. I really enjoyed making this video. There's a like button, there's a subscribe button. You're free to use either or both of those if you would like. I love for you to come hang out with me. Also, leave your comments, your feelings, opinions down below. If you know of any simulation HUDs that I've not mentioned in this video, let me know. I'm more than happy to review it, talk about it. All the things. All the things. So, yeah. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.